Hello, Namaste, Salam Alaikum, Sat Sri Akal. Welcome back to another session with your War Chef at Vareva.com. You know, whenever I want to eat biryani, I'll find one excuse and make it. So, my excuse today is I haven't taught you how to make the restaurant style biryani. For this biryani, they are making it very easy for marination. You know, no more in the hotels in Hyderabad, especially in the famous Hyderabadi biryanis also. They are no more adding the whole spices because the trend is come that when you eat you don't want the whole spice to come in the mouth. So what they are doing is they are going to make a powder of this and adding into the biryani. They pretty much get the flavor out of this. The reason why they are doing it is bringing down the cost, because when you add the whole spices you add almost 4 times the spices to get that flavor, whereas when you make the powder of it, just 1/4 of it in the rice will give enough flavor. So what they are doing here is they are taking the bay leaf, star anise, cloves, peppercorn, green cardamom, cinnamon sticks, shahi jeera, mace and dagad fool or biryani fool, or they call it lichin. This gives a very nice flavor to our biryanis. We are also going to use some cumin powder, red chili powder, ginger garlic paste, coriander powder, turmeric, salt, yogurt, and of course the main flavoring things: chopped coriander, mint leaves and green chilies. Even this mint, green chilies and coriander, nowadays they are just making a paste and adding it to it. Before, I'm talking about 10 years ago, when you go and order biryani, you will see the mint leaf, the corianders and green chili in the biryani. Nowadays you won't see them because they are making it much more simpler in making it. But trust me, our Hyderabad biryani is still good. First we are going to powder these spices and then we are going to marinate our chicken. You must be wondering why I did not roast my whole garam masala. See, this is going to be marinated overnight and then this is going to be nicely dum cooked. Then all the flavors are going to come. That is why we are going to use the raw spices. Now add these raw spices in the chicken. The chicken also for biryani have to be slightly bigger pieces than the normal chicken curry. I have cut them slightly smaller, but they can be even bigger. In the restaurants, they just give the whole breast or the entire chicken leg. But I have cut them into little smaller pieces. But do not cut them into very small pieces like as if you are making a curry. They should be bigger pieces. Because when the biryani is cooked, the meat has to be nice and juicy. So this whole masalas I have added. In this, add chili powder, add coriander powder, cumin powder, turmeric. Do not add too much, little. If you add too much of turmeric, then the color of the biryani will be totally gone. In this, add ginger garlic paste, curd, and also add chopped green chilies, mint leaves and coriander leaves. If you want, you can blend them also and add in this. Add lime juice and add salt. Now, for 1 kg of biryani, half a cup of oil. Just mix in this chicken, mix this and then we are going to put in the refrigerator overnight. If not, at least 3-4 hours of marination is a must for a very good, nice biryani. Now, the chicken is marinated and kept in the fridge overnight. So, a day after, we are going to cook the rice. The rice has to be soaked in the water for at least 1 hour and choose the best flavorful basmati rice. When you go and get the basmati rice, nowadays we got a lot of brand name basmatis, they are all pretty good. But when you buy the rice itself, if you smell it, you should get nice basmati flavor. Nowadays in the market, we have a lot of hybrid pulao rice, which they look like basmati rice, but when you smell, there is no smell. But this one is very nice and it's got nice flavor. And if you pick up any rice other than the nice basmati rice, your biryani is not the same. So here is a water which is come to a boil. In this, add oil. Just add 2-3 tablespoons of oil in this and now add salt. Mix this hot water just like for few seconds. Now you have to taste the water. If this water is not properly seasoned, again your biryani will not taste good, because the nice seasoned water is perfect. So it should be salty slightly, so that when the rice is cooked in this water, it absorbs the saltness from this. In this, put some shahi jeera. In the traditional biryani, they put a lot of whole spices, but we are not. We're just going to add some bay leaf. Now, we're going to add the rice. Since the rice is soaked for almost an hour, this is just going to get cooked in like 3 minutes or 4 minutes. We are going to cook this rice till it is 70% done, and the rest 30% is going to be cooked along with the chicken. Now, this chicken has been marinated overnight. Just put this in the biryani handi. This is the biryani handi, that too non-stick kind that are sold nowadays in the market, and they are pretty good. They have got thick bottom, and they got a lid which will seal tight, and it is got conical shape and the lid. So when we seal it, it will come perfect. Just add some fried onion and mix it. Now spread the chicken in such a way that each piece of this chicken, the big chunks of chicken, isn't it? We did not take small piece of chicken. All these pieces are touching the pan. That's when you will have a nice good biryani. A lot of people, what they do is they put layer of chicken where there are 4 or 5 pieces on the top, but here the pieces are big and each piece is touching the bottom pan. That way you get a nice flavor to the chicken too. Now you can see that the rice has expanded well. This will expand nicely only when you soak the rice for at least 1 hour. And now the rice is almost 60% done. 10 more percent. Once the rice is almost 70% done, we're going to take it out. We're going to spread it in the handi in which we have spread the chicken. Here you cannot leave the range and go anywhere, because this rice is cooking really fast, and in a fraction of a minute it can totally make it or spoil the entire biryani. Now it's almost 70% done. Switch off the flame. That way the hot water itself will be cooking this rice little more. Now take a channi like thing, just make sure all the water is drained, and then add the rice on top of this chicken. This way, take this rice and then spread on top of this chicken. Now this rice is getting almost 80% done. The second layer of the rice is going to be 75% cooked, because this rice is sitting in this hot water. It's not sitting silently, coolly it is getting cooked. So we're going to do this fast. The second layer is almost 80% done. So last layer of the rice is almost 90% done. Okay, and then spread this rice nicely. In the last, just whatever leftover fried onions, just put some on top, and this fried onions will give the nice brown color to the rice. The rice will get nice brown color on the top with these onions, and nice brown color at the bottom, and in between the rice is nice and white. Even in a small restaurant, they are just adding yellow food color, they are not even adding saffron. But I am not going to compromise on this. I am going to add some saffron, which I soaked in hot milk, and then just spread it on top. This is a lot of saffron at one place. Who's going to get this saffron when this is done? Okay. Then top it off with 1 tablespoon of ghee. That is the deshi ghee. In the restaurant style of making biryani, even if they don't use an expensive basmati rice, still there is some kind of nice flavor that is there. That is because they add rose water and kevra water. Here I've got some rose water, just a little bit of rose water and some kevra water. Just sprinkle a little bit, not too much. Nice sweet flavors. Now this is going to be our Pakka restaurant style biryani. The rose water is made by distilling the rose petals, and they extract all the flavors out. This kevra water is made from the leaf of the same family as a pandan leaf, what they use in a lot of oriental cooking, and they distill and extract the nice flavors from it and use. Both are sweet, and not only Indian cooking, as I told you, even in Thai, in Singapore and Other Oriental cooking, they use these kind of flavors. After spreading the rice, the onions, the saffron, the kevra water, rose petal water, now put the lid upside down. Why? Because we need to put dham in it. Now just put the dough, this is just any chapati dough, and put it on the corners of the lid and just connect both the ends. Just make sure it is evenly spread. Now lift it up, press it little more, because this is what is going to seal the steam in the biryani, because a good biryani is cooked within the steam of the chicken and nice basmati flavors. Wow, if I keep explaining, I'm kind of having something happening to me. And now this is all done. Just turn it upside down and then put it on top and then press this lid. This is done perfectly. Usually what we do is we put weight on the top of this lid, but this is perfect. I don't need to put the weight on top of it. Okay, after 5 minutes of high flame, another 10 to 15 minutes of slow flame, just pull the biryani handi out, put a tawa and put the handi back. This is the safest method. You will not F up your biryani. This way your biryani will come perfect. I don't know what I am talking, I don't know why I am talking. I just want the biryani to be ready and yummy, yummy, yamash. A total of around 35 minutes. Switch off the flame, but do not open the handi yet. You let this sit for another 10 minutes like this, after which we are going to open the lid and going to see what's happening there. Time to open the biryani. Take a deep breath and here is the dough that we need to crack open. So run it. Oh, you know, a lot of people think I'm overacting. If the camera was not there, I would be dancing. Okay, but anyway, see, look at this rice. How beautiful, how pearls like. Okay, now at the bottom, look at this chicken. Wow, each piece need to have slight coloring. That's when you get a fantastic flavor. You know, when the meat is slightly browned and it gets a kind of aroma that totally you will get lost. So dear friends, this biryani is all ready. Now I have some awesome raita here and time to enjoy. You know, look at this. Look at this biryani. Isn't this rice just like pearls? The chicken just tender, and look at this little bit of onion salad along with awesome raita. And then the rule for any good biryani is eat it hot, fresh and with your hands. Okay, take a piece of chicken along with the rice. Wow, you know, when I made the chicken biryani first couple of years ago, a lot of people, they thought that it was very difficult. Once they made the biryani, I've got probably few thousand of emails from people saying that they followed the recipe and they got the best biryani they have ever eaten. It's not me, it is you who can make perfect biryani at home, but whenever you take a bite of the biryani, thank me for teaching you this awesome recipe, and that's it. That will make me even more happy. Now the time to eat biryani. Wow, what a flavor, what a flavor. Ah. And you have to see the chicken, you know, it will just come off the bone if it is perfectly cooked, and if you marinate it overnight, I'm telling you, the chicken will just melt in your mouth. Huh. My wife thinks when the biryani is done, you know, that day I get overexcited and I show in all aspects. Make this biryani and serve your husband and you will see how excited he will be. But do not forget, Vareva is all about inspiring others to cook. So please post your recipes and cooking tips at vareva.com so others can benefit from your great cooking. One last bite for you to see.